Hey, it's Tanya, and I'm here with the weekly sketch inspiration, and this time it's one of my sketches, and I always feel a bit awkward when I'm doing one of my sketches. But anyway, I was tasked with doing a Traveller's Notebook spread for this time, and so I am going to cut down this very attractive piece of paper. Not so keen on the cork side of it, but that side is a lot of fun, and I'm going to use it as my background of my 2 pages, so I'm just going to glue it in there with my ATG gun. And we will see what I do next. I made this quite some time back, and I'm voice-overing it after the fact, which is never a good idea. Oh, and then I thought I was looking for my ruler. So I then tried to cut that little bit of off, there was kind of a little bit too much of the paper, and then it didn't cut it all the way through. So then I thought, oh, well, let me just put it up like that, and it gives a little bit of an added feature at the bottom of my page. So that turned out quite nicely. And the photograph is of my 2 daughters. We spontaneously decided to go out and have cocktails. Yeah, this was a little while ago now, but yeah, those cocktails were very pretty looking, and it was a gorgeous day. And I do love incorporating the 3x4 cards from the Pocket Life kit into my spreads, particularly in Traveller's Notebooks, because for one thing, they make it so easy to do tip-ins, and I love a good tip-in. And for another, look at that, you just trim your photo down a little bit and you've got a perfect photo mat, and it's just so easy. I did bring this in, oh golly, I cannot remember when we got this particular washi tape. It's a Dear Lizzie one, but I know we got it in one of our kits from a long time back, and I needed some washi tape, and I wanted it to sort of blend in with what I've got going on here. So that's why I brought it in. I mean, you can use any old washi tape, can't you? But it was nice. It's got those pink polka dotty things on it, so it did work with my theme. And my theme here is just, party time and have a good time, and yeah, we have to do spontaneous things every now and then. We really do. Otherwise, life gets very, very dull. I do confess I am a homebody. I prefer to stay home, and that big giant heart again with its smiley face. I need to find a way to use it where it's not screaming in your face. Maybe I should give it to hubby for Valentine's Day. Of course, when this goes up, Valentine's Day will have been and gone. But anyway, so yes, what I was saying, spontaneity in our lives. Yes, we need spontaneity in our lives, and I'm a homebody, so I tend to stay at home and scrapbook and play with my craft supplies and my paints and things, and then my daughters get bored. So it's usually Jessica, the oldest, that's saying, come on Mum, we need to go and do something. So yeah, we did. And unfortunately, it usually involves money. But that's okay. Yeah, that's what we do. For spontaneous fun, spend money. But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. There was this, oh my gosh, this restaurant is in Simonstown. Now Simonstown is a naval base town, and that's not really got nothing to do with the story, but yeah, there's a lot of Navy guys running around, and it's right on the sea, obviously, because it's a Navy town. I mean, that goes without saying. But there was this guy who was busking, and he could make the most extraordinary noises. Like, he could make it as if it was like a cow following you, or a dog, or, I mean, it was super realistic. But that type of thing freaks me out completely. It's like mimes. I don't particularly like mimes. If you're walking down the street and they start walking behind you, I think it's this whole thing of not particularly enjoying being made the mickey of. I don't take kindly to being laughed at, and I actually don't like laughing at other people. So it does work both ways. So I'm not hypocritical or anything. But yeah, no, he kept making these noises, and the poor tourist would be walking innocently along, and then suddenly you'd make this sound like a dog growling behind them, and they would freak out and turn around, and then it was all a big laugh. Well, they seem to be laughing, but I'm sure one of these days somebody's going to deck him, because honestly, it's a bit much. Anyway, maybe I should talk a bit more about what I'm doing here. So yes, I got the little bird on party, and I got the watermelon on there because I figured that tied in with fun times and party times and things, and the arrow on the left there, and now I'm bringing in more of these beautiful Pinkfresh Studio tabs and labels and the like. These stickers, they're gorgeous, and there's so many of them. Oh, and I messed this up. I was so disappointed. It got too thin that I couldn't stick it down. Yeah. sometimes that happens, and oh, you just have to move on and find something else. So I did. And I should be coming towards the end because I'm really just putting down a few things kind of to balance out the little spread. And yes, oh yes, these were the Vicky Bouton watercolor stickers that I had previously used the Distress Oxides on, and I was super pleased with the result, and I figured they tied in nicely with the blue of the cocktail that I think Jessica chose the blue one, yeah. And yeah, we had lunch there and just had a thoroughly good time despite the man making the weird noises. But yeah, no, I'm just getting some of those epoxy shapes on. They're also Pinkfresh Studio. Anyway, you can see all the details on the website. The February kits have already shipped and should be arriving on your doorstep soon, hoping to get mine soon too. And in the meantime, I'm going to remind you that yes, this is the weekly sketch and it goes up every Friday on the Facebook forum, and it is a challenge, so there is a prize to be won each week, and that's a $10 coupon code to the Hip Kit Club online store, so you can go along, come and join us. You don't actually have to have the kits in order to participate. You can use your own products, and yes, we play it every week, and every week we get some gorgeous entries. So yeah, it's super inspirational, and it's always nice to see what people do with sketches because nobody ever does the same thing twice. And yeah, that didn't work well. You know, you would think I could do a little bit of painting of a star without getting it all over the photograph, but I couldn't, so I had to pull it up. I was being lazy. But I worked out that if you stick it on your finger and you just poke it onto that Distress Oxide pad, it works just as well too. So I didn't even need that funny little paintbrush. But yes, this is coming to the end, so please join us in the Facebook forum, and we'll chat again soon. Bye bye.